Today we're diving into the fascinating crossroad of God, faith, and the simulation hypothesis. How are these profound concepts connected? Let's explore.
Absolutely, buckle up, because there's a lot to unpack here. So let's start with the age-old debate about God's existence. What's the scoop from a philosophical standpoint?
Well, philosophers have debated God's existence for centuries, and we have some classic arguments like the cosmological and ontological arguments. Think Plato and Aristotle. They introduced the idea of a metaphysical unmoved mover, right?
Oh, definitely. And then there's Thomas Aquinas with his 5 ways, focusing on causality, contingency, and even teleology. But what about the naysayers? How do they challenge these arguments?
Interesting you ask. Critics often bring up logical contradictions, like the problem of evil, questioning how an all-powerful, all-knowing, and wholly good God could allow suffering. Others point to the omnipotence paradox.
True. And then we delve into empirical arguments. Aren't there unique ones, like from religious experiences or even consciousness?
Exactly. The argument from religious experience suggests that widespread human encounters with the divine lend credibility. There's also the consciousness argument, positing that purely materialistic views can't fully explain our subjective experiences.
Got it. But what about that mind-bending simulation hypothesis by Nick Bostrom? That's a game changer, right?
Totally. Bostrom proposes a fascinating trilemma. Either human extinction prevents us from creating simulations, advanced civilizations don't care to make them, or we're almost certainly in a simulation.
Whoa, so it's like, if future civilizations could simulate us, and they probably will, then we're likely living in one of their simulations. That's mind-blowing.
Exactly. And this idea places simulators in roles similar to gods. They could manipulate our universe's laws, observe us, and possibly intervene, aligning with some divine attributes.
That's a wild concept, but where does this theory leave traditional religions? Does it overshadow them or coexist?
Great question. If the simulation hypothesis holds true, it calls into question the exclusive truths of major religions unless they specifically predict a simulated reality. Interestingly, Hinduism and Buddhism's ideas of Maya and Samsara hint towards an illusory world.
That totally shifts the religious paradigm. Now, before we wrap up, what's your take on the odds of us living in a simulation based on Bostrom's trilemma?
Given the rapid technological advances, it's plausible we'll reach a post-human stage, and once there, the interest in running ancestor simulations would likely persist across various cultures, making our reality simulationally probable.
So when it all boils down, this isn't absolute proof, right? Just a darn good probabilistic inference.
Exactly. Neither God's existence nor the simulation hypothesis are empirically provable. They're metaphysical puzzles based on coherence, upbringing, and philosophical appeal. Fascinating stuff, huh?
Absolutely. Mind-bending and thought-provoking all in one episode. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, question everything.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. Goodbye. Stay curious and keep exploring the realms of possibility.
Bye-bye.